Welcome back, and this is a continuation of what's it's like visiting a Fijian village. And this final video is the most exciting part because we get to actually see the Fijian village and the surroundings. As mentioned in the previous video, the surrounding is very remote, so it's not something that is very accessible that if you're visiting for your first time you can find. So you would have to know a local and someone from actually this village to be able to get here. To me, this trip was very far. I mean, if they was to play a game with me and offered me a lot of money and told me if we drop you off right here, can you make it back to where you're staying in town? And I would just say, you know what? Keep your money because I would lose. I would probably die of hunger, starvation, and thirst because I would not know how to get back because it feels like we're driving in circles, which we're not, but everything looks the same. The only time when I know we're not driving in circles is because we'll see random people or we'll see like a animal or something. But yeah, I would not play that game because I know most definitely I would lose. I would walk around in circles. I'll probably end up in the water somewhere swimming to another country or maybe get eaten by some type of shark or bitten by some type of venomous snake. But yeah, I would not play that game. So that's just an example of how remote we are. Maybe I would play the game and just hope that I can make it back or I could survive by all of this greenery. I'm pretty sure I can eat some of these plants, weeds, some type of leaf. But I would just hate to eat the wrong plant and it's poison ivory or some shit like that and I start hallucinating or could die. So let me take that back. I would not play that game because I know I would lose. But we're seeing houses, we're seeing people. So I know most definitely we're not driving in circles. But again, this is just an example of how remote it is out here and how you need a car. So if you're not from this village, and if you're a foreigner, most definitely you're not coming out this way. You wouldn't even know how to get here. So let me kind of describe this particular village, their village, before we actually get there. What's up ahead is water. So with this particular village, a lot of them they have access to actually do a lot of fishing since the village is so close to the water. As we get near the water and we approach this corner that's coming up right here, it's a hill, and up this hill is their village. So what we're going to do right here is we're going to park and we're going to walk up the hill into the village. And as we get out, if you remember in part one of this video, the previous video, we bought a lot of groceries from the grocery store in town to bring back here to this village. So we're going to bring all the food that we bought up this hill into the village. Here we go. This is their village. I could just imagine someone from this village that has been here their entire life making a transition of saying, you know what, I'm tired of village life and I want to live amongst others in the city. That transition would probably be very stressful for someone that has been living in their village their whole life because now you got to adjust to city life, which involves, everything that comes with it, traffic, lots of bills, and just not having the laid back village lifestyle would probably be the most stressful thing. So I just imagine, I'm pretty sure some people do that. And I'm pretty sure some people do also the opposite of saying, you know what, I'm tired of city life. I want to go to my village and live there. What we're seeing straight ahead here is a cemetery. So this is the village's cemetery. So this is where they bury the deceased. And like I mentioned, along this village is just water. So you have a lot of fishermen here. When we first started walking up this hill, the hike was an exercise because we was bringing food. You did not see the delivery of the food because I did not want to videotape that. I didn't know if it was rude. She said you can go ahead and do it, but I just didn't feel comfortable. So I did not videotape any of that, but we did deliver some of the food to different family members in this village. And the rest of the food we're going to take to part of her other family that lives very close to here. So you're going to see that in a couple of minutes. The reason I didn't feel comfortable videotaping them when we brought the food is because I didn't realize that some of them didn't speak English. She was speaking their native language, so I didn't want to take out my phone or my camera and just start videotaping. And some of them can't speak English, and they're like, what is this guy doing? Is he CNN? Is he part of a news station? Like, are we a museum exhibit? So I didn't feel comfortable, so I did not videotape that part. Now, if this was an actually paid tour, or if I had visited this village more than once, I probably would have felt more comfortable. But since I didn't, that's another reason why I did not videotape it. Now, this right here is part of her family, but they're not in the village. And we brought food here. And out of respect, what they did was they offered us food, and we had food there. We had natural Fijian food that they prepared. It took some time, but the end result was great. Again, it was just very healthy foods. It was kind of funny because when I was eating the greens, everyone started looking at me, maybe to see if my response, if I liked it or if I didn't like it. And I liked it. I'm a pretty simple person when it comes to food. Overall, this experience was unforgettable. And for those that tuned in, thanks for watching.